What's up, guys? It's me, Doc, from SampleKings.com. I want to thank a lot of you people for actually watching our videos and helping us to grow the channel. But currently, we are realizing that we need to have more members, as YouTube tells us. In order to do this, I want to implore you to take the time to hit the subscribe button. So please, subscribe. It does help. What's up, guys? Me, Doc, SampleKings.com, as usual. You know, over the summer, I had some time to play with it. I was on vacation, play with my MPC Sample, and it's not a bad device. It's pretty cool, but it's sort of like cheesy for being an MPC. And I realized too that it's not really like a MPC the way it was years ago. They had an advertisement where you had the MPC 60 and this on top of it. Yeah, it's going to be the same thing. Well, really it isn't. But what it is, it gets people in the game who want to have an MPC. I mean, there are guys who seen the prices. They've seen guys have hit records or guys, their friends making beats up who are selling tracks. They think I can make a beat like this. I could do the same thing. Requires no degree to go to school. You ain't even got to be a DJ. Just got to know what you like and just record it, get some samples. They got Splice. I could pull a sample from Splice. You know, everybody's got samples, including us. And then the real thing here is that there's a community of people out there that want to make music. Now, recently, hip-hop is not doing really all that much. Like this year, I think dance music is selling more than hip-hop is. And it would make sense, you know, any style of music may last about 35 years before the next generation's like, they want their own music, you know. But what's going on here is that this is helping everybody actually make music the way they want to make music in their own way. It sort of frees people up from having to think, I gotta be a hip hop or something else. You can actually do whatever you want on this device. And that's what makes it really cool. Like, it loads up pretty quickly, as you can see right there. You know, it's pretty easy to use, but I got some pet peeves, of course, obviously. I'm gonna tell you that right now too as well. Now, it loads up. I got some files on here. Let me turn this up here. I'm not gonna plug it in so you can hear it that way. That sounds terrible. I can press let's see, I'm gonna press this pad bank. Here's bank B. Now the speaker is okay. It's not really what I want to hear. The best thing to do is get yourself some headsets, plug them in there, and get busy with it. Now, what I don't like here is that there's no EQ. Every time I go in a studio, I have an EQ on a mixing console somewhere, or an EQ in the rack, or any of the software has several EQs. And so these EQs are worth having because some sounds are on a different frequency. Everything is. A bass drum is not a bass line, but they can be in two different places and not collide on the lower end of the spectrum of EQ. And so can a guitar. How about a vocalist and a flute? They could be in the same range, or a violin. So you need to separate them somewhat by making sure you enhance the qualities for those specific instruments or vocals. And you can't do that in here. But you do have this pad effect thing here. We got pad effects, and I've got here, what we got here? We got beat repeat, we got this reverb, we got delay, we have ring modulation, we have a granulator, we have filters, other stuff is in here. But an EQ is so important that it's a major thing. I'm surprised they didn't put an EQ here in the beginning. I'm surprised they didn't put an EQ in here when they came out with 1.3. They're probably waiting. It's summertime's ending here, and we're in August 2026, and of course, you're thinking that, hey, an update has to come. And so I think they have an update to the entire software, personally, but for the average person, I don't think they're going to even really care. And they may want to EQ some stuff. Now, my thing too is that there's an old MPC out called the MPC ONE, the very first one, before they came up with the MPC Plus, One Plus, and then they have the MPC ONE G2 now. The MPC ONE sells for about 300 and some odd bucks. That's a deal, and you get it used too. That's a super deal because that is cheaper than this. It's used, but it's a software. And you got to realize these are just DAWs. You can't think yourself, ooh, this is not a DAW. It's a software in here. The very first MPC 60 was a DAW in a box. No one thinks of it that way. Oh, it's my device. It's not a computer. It is a computer. It's a computer with limited capacity to do much for you. All it can do is what you have right here. It has the chips, the board inside, everything's there, but these knobs are designed to work with the software. And so this software can be improved. And so having an MPC ONE would be great if you're trying to find something. But also at the same time, this moves you up to that point as well. Now, I do like some things here. For example, it's a pad bank here. I got a pad bank there. And I can do a pad bank again here. I go between pad banks, right? I get out of this. Let me go back here to sequence, rather. And I go to here's a pad bank. Each pad bank has a sequence. I can hit a pad. It goes to the next particular rhythm, whatever I want to set it to. You see how many bars this actually is. And so more parts get added in. The first 8 pads have the whole idea. This is the entire idea right here. Blinking out. Now it's on. I go back to here, the very first pad. And then it comes in here. So it's got a bunch of samples in here, other stuff too as well. But the problem is the speaker isn't so great. So you got to have a headset. Another problem is here that the ability to do step sequencing is not really here. And I think they need to have that. Like, for example, I go hit a sample and all the pads. Okay, good. We got these pads going on. We got beats going on here. Hit stop twice, it stops everything. And what you could do is say, okay, we got the pads going on. Now I hit a pad like you do on the MPC Live 3. And you want to sync it in. Well, what you can do is just say, well, look, this will be a sequence. So go back to sequence here. This is the first beat. So that's 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 16th notes. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, snare, kick, snare. Boom, bap, boom, bap. Very simple stuff. And that's the same way it is in the MPC Live 3. And that would be a great way to have this as a great sequencer. You'd work faster and you have the ability to do it. But also, I'm realizing too that people want to hit the machine. These pads are just, you can just go at it and have no care or concern. This thing's making noise I'm doing too. I'm going to pull it back some more. I'm hitting those pads. These pads are stiff as hell. And that's kind of cool about the machine, that the pads are very stiff. And this bar here I like a lot too as well. I don't know if anybody else does this thing, but I do that. And it's not bad for that purpose. I think though that if you want to get an MPC, a real MPC feel, you should get yourself an MPC ONE once you've had this device and check that out. And download the latest version of software. Like here on the software I've got here, the latest version we have here for the MPC, let's go to here, is in this video here is 3.9.1. And if you're going to make music and move on from this point, you're going to need to probably get yourself an MPC that's got a lot more power to it and start dumping these files directly into your software here and then take that software and then put it into your MPC ONE. Pretty cool. Just transfer these files over. But if you're starting out and you bought this machine, I don't blame you if you're trying to get in the biz. Now, they're selling all over the world, obviously. I like the machine, cool, but it's not really my go-to machine. I do use it just to have some fun with, but really not at all. I'm going to probably sell my machine too, because it's really a waste of time me having this machine. I don't think it's not worth it for me to have it. The sound's not there, and I'm an engineer too as well. And I only buy gear to just probably get rid of it eventually. Like for example, this is the MPC software I have here on my computer. Now, I will not pull out my MPC XL or the MPC Live 3 or any of the MPCs I've got, the new ones. I just got the MPC Key 37 G2. Video's coming on that soon too. But this MPC is cool, but even the software is dope. The MPC software is just like it. And I've got a computer that's full of like tons of power here. So I have a better system in my computer than I do in any of my MPCs. I can have unlimited tracks. It's ridiculous. But I do that because I want to sell the machine. Or I don't want my machine to get dirty. You know, it looks so good when you get them. I hate to hit them and just do stuff and something goes wrong. I hate that. But using the software is really the thing to do. Now, if you've got your MPC sample, work it, do it. My suggestion to you is if you got that, find an MPC ONE. And you'll get it used. You got to go to eBay. Oh, there's a bunch of people who sell stuff like that. You'll see it at a Guitar Center, any store in your neighborhood, any store that's like a music store, whatever it is, they're going to sell used gear. And you'll find some in a pawn shop, maybe for $200, man. And if it works, get it, you know what I'm saying? And upload the latest software, and you'll have a great time playing with it. But if you've got this machine all you like, I don't blame you. This is cool to just have around. You're not trying to be some super DJ or something. You want to have some fun time making beats. You can have a website probably, and you're making some stuff for your website in the background. No problem with that. But it is a cool device for $400, and it's probably the best device for $400. It's a brilliant idea because this gets you in the MPC world, and you will be able to play with it, and you'll move on from here and have a good knowledge of how this works, which will work similar to today's MPCs. Now, if you have any questions about this, about my bad-mouthing MPC sample and saying get this one, or about my thinking it's okay, not too bad to go if you're just a beginner, let me know in the bottom suggestions down there, or comments that is, and I'll listen to it and look at it. Any questions, hit me up, we're samplekings.com, and we do lessons. Don't forget that.